And then he talks about what happened when he met his wife. She could tell that I was hurting and that some of the stuff that was out of my control was making me really angry, and it would make my blood boil. It's not a temper, it's the fire. I've never screamed, I never shouted. For me, prior to meeting Meghan, it was very much a case, certainly connected to the media, that anger and frustration of this is so unjust. The 3 major times I felt completely helpless, one when I was a kid in the back of the car and my mum being chased by a paparazzi. And joining me now on the line is one of the journalists that would have written the copy to accompany those pictures taken by the paparazzi at what Prince Harry describes as one of the 3 worst moments of his life. John, what do you think about? Do you see perhaps what the problem is here? Number 2, I was in Afghanistan in an Apache helicopter. God, what a snowflake. And then the third one was with my wife. Those are the moments in my life where feeling helpless hurts. It really hurts. And that's when you think yourself, he uses a word I'm not going to say on the radio, he thinks like, I've got the privilege, I've got the platform, I've got the influence. And even I can't fix this. I can't change this. And when you start getting in your head about it, that's when it starts sort of taking a toll. And so that, I didn't know he'd actually said that out loud. That's exactly what I think is going on here. He's thinking, well, look, if I can feel like this, and I'm supposed to be the Disney prince, I'm the military hero, I'm the fella in the fancy robes and the medals, I'm the real deal. I was actually in the army for 10 years. People bow to me in public. I'm supposed to be the Disney prince. I'm supposed to be the pinnacle of the society that everybody has to subscribe to. So if I turn around and talk about how tortured I felt at times, whether as a kid with the paparazzi chasing me and my mum in a car, whether in Afghanistan I nearly swore myself then, in an Apache helicopter, or whether his wife was subjected to this barrage of vile, often racist abuse by the country that was supposed to be his home. And he can feel this, he can articulate this pain. What an astonishing gift that is to people born much further down the food chain. To say, look, don't be embarrassed by what's happened to you. Don't be ashamed of talking about your pain. I'm a bloody prince. I've been to hell and back. So don't ever feel that you can't talk about how hurt and how...
Prince Harry's book, Spare, surprised everyone. It wasn't just another celebrity memoir. It was a raw, unfiltered look into the life of a man who has been in the public eye since birth. The book offered a glimpse into the complexities of his world, far beyond the royal facade. It gave us a real look at the life of someone who's always been famous. From his childhood days, constantly under the media's watchful eye, to his struggles with mental health and his quest for a sense of normalcy, Harry's narrative is both compelling and relatable. Harry's story isn't just about being a prince. It's about a young man trying to find his place in a world that often seems predetermined. He shares his battles with identity, the pressure of expectations, and the desire to carve out his own path. It shows how strong people can be, even when things are hard. Harry's involvement in various charitable activities and his dedication to causes close to his heart highlight his resilience and commitment to making a difference. He's not afraid to talk about his pain, and that inspires us to be honest about our own struggles. By opening up about his mental health issues, Harry has encouraged many to seek help and speak out about their own challenges. Prince Harry has had a life of both good fortune and sadness. The loss of his mother, Princess Diana, was a pivotal moment that shaped his outlook on life and his approach to his royal duties. He grew up as a royal but also dealt with personal loss. The public watched as he navigated the complexities of grief and the expectations placed upon him as a member of the royal family. His story connects with people everywhere because we see our own struggles in his experiences. Readers from all walks of life have found solace and inspiration in his words, recognizing that even those who seem to have it all face their own battles. We watched Harry grow up, from a boy with a playful smile to a kind man. His journey from a mischievous child to a responsible adult has been a testament to his growth and maturity. We always felt like there was more to him than we saw. Spare confirmed that suspicion, revealing the depth of his character and the struggles he faced behind the scenes. Spare let Harry tell his story, talk about the things that changed him, and finally share the pain he'd held inside for so long. He also opened up about the challenges he faced with his brother William, stepmother Camilla, and father King Charles. It was a cathartic release for him, and a powerful message to the world about the importance of vulnerability and authenticity. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories and updates. Thank you for watching. When Princess Diana died in 1997, it changed Prince Harry forever. He was only 12. Everyone was sad about the people's princess, but for Harry, it was much worse. His mom was his best friend, the person who kept him safe, and his biggest fan. The paparazzi, always chasing Princess Diana, played a big part in what happened. The constant cameras and questions followed them everywhere. Harry saw how much this bothered his mother. It made him not trust the media. Losing his mom and the way the paparazzi acted really hurt Harry. He felt a lot of sadness and anger. It changed how he saw the world and made him want to protect his own family. For years, Prince Harry kept his sadness a secret. Like many men, he learned to hide his feelings. He was told to be strong and not show his emotions. But this made him feel anxious and angry. Then, Prince Harry did something brave. He told everyone he was getting help for his mental health. This was a big deal. It helped people see mental health differently, especially men. Because Harry was open, it helped others ask for help too. He showed that asking for help is brave, not weak. His honesty about his mental health made a difference. It inspired many people to take care of themselves. Prince Harry was very brave to talk about his mental health. In a world where men are often expected to be stoic and unemotional, his openness was a breath of fresh air. He shared his struggles with anxiety and grief, breaking the silence that surrounds men's mental health issues. Men are often told to be tough and quiet, but Harry showed his feelings. He demonstrated that expressing emotions is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. By doing so, he encouraged other men to open up about their own mental health struggles. He showed that you can be strong and vulnerable at the same time. This duality is often misunderstood, but Harry's actions helped to clarify that vulnerability is a part of being human. It's okay to seek help and to lean on others for support. This helped change how people think about men and their feelings. It opened up new conversations and allowed for a more inclusive understanding of masculinity. Men began to see that they didn't have to conform to outdated stereotypes. Harry's honesty made a real difference. His willingness to share his story publicly had a ripple effect, inspiring others to do the same. It showed that even those in the public eye who seem to have it all together can struggle with mental health issues. People started talking about mental health more at home, at work, and with their friends. These conversations were no longer taboo but became a normal part of daily life. This shift helped to reduce the stigma associated with mental health issues. He showed that it's okay to not be okay. This simple yet powerful message resonated with many. It gave people permission to acknowledge their struggles and seek help without feeling ashamed. He gave a voice to people who have been quiet for a long time. Those who had been suffering in silence felt seen and heard. They realized they were not alone in their struggles. Harry's story made it easier for others to share their stories too. It created a sense of community and solidarity among those dealing with mental health issues. People felt more comfortable opening up and seeking support. He showed that being vulnerable isn't a weakness, it's a strength. This redefined what it means to be strong. Strength is not just about physical prowess or emotional stoicism, it's also about being honest and open about one's struggles. It helps us understand each other better. When we share our vulnerabilities, we build deeper connections and foster empathy. Harry's example has paved the way for a more compassionate and understanding world. Harry's marriage to Meghan Markle, an American actress, was different for the royal family. Their love story was exciting for everyone. It showed a modern royal family, one that's open to different people and new ideas. But the newspapers were very mean to them, especially Meghan. They didn't like her background, her race, or anything she did. All the negative stories hurt them. Even though it was hard, Harry and Meghan stayed strong together. They helped each other through the bad times. They used their voices to talk about racism and how mean the media can be. Prince Harry has fought with the newspapers for a long time. He knows how much damage they can do. He's seen how they twist the truth and hurt people with their stories. The newspapers kept bothering Harry and Meghan, often saying racist and sexist things, so they had to do something. They left their royal jobs to find a quieter life, away from the cameras. Harry speaking out against the newspapers shows how much he wants to protect his family and his own well-being. He won't be quiet even though the newspaper. James O'Brien's powerful monologue on the pain expressed by Prince Harry in his memoir. Prince Harry went through a lot, from the death of his mother to the bullying of British tabloids. Harry writes that he and William begged their father not to marry Camilla, now Queen Consort. The Sun, which also obtained a Spanish version after it was published there ahead of its official release date, reports that Harry claims he and his brother had separate meetings with Camilla before she officially joined the family. Harry alleges that he pondered whether she would one day be his wicked stepmother, but that he and his brother were willing to forgive her in their hearts if she could make King Charles happy, the paper says. There is no detail given on when the meeting took place or how old Harry was at the time. In the memoir, Harry describes his father waking him to break the news that Diana had been involved in a car accident. Harry writes that Charles, who Harry says was not good at expressing his feelings under normal circumstances, did not hug him at this point. Later, Harry writes about replicating the car journey Diana made in Paris in the lead-up to her death, hoping it would give him closure, but says it instead left him questioning the official cause of her death. Harry claims his brother grabbed his collar, ripped his necklace, and knocked him to the floor at his London cottage. The book sets out an argument between the pair, which Harry claims was sparked by comments made by William about Meghan. Harry writes that his brother was critical of Meghan, with William describing her as difficult, rude, and abrasive. The Duke of Sussex said that his brother was parroting the press narrative as the confrontation escalated, according to The Guardian. The memoir also claims William and Catherine laughed when Harry returned home dressed in a Nazi uniform before a fancy dress party in 2005. Harry says he was debating costumes for the event and called on the pair to ask their opinions. He had a pilot's uniform and a Nazi outfit to choose from. He details it in his memoir. I called Will and Kate and asked them what they thought. Nazi uniform, they said. I rented it along with a ridiculous mustache and returned home. Willie and Kate were laughing. It was even worse than Willie's leotard costume. Much more ridiculous. Prince Harry has endured unimaginable pain. We are all humans. Any individual who is subjected to thousands and if not millions of negative and critical voices coming out relentlessly is bound to be affected. Let Harry speak the truth. He has freedom of expression. What human being in the world could endure that without leaving a mark? This is exactly what Prince Harry and Meghan have faced over the years. When Prince Harry met Meghan, the world was swept away by the couple's cinematic romance and rejoiced in their fairy tale wedding. But from the beginning, Harry and Meghan were preyed upon by the British tabloids, subjected to waves of abuse, racism, and lies. Watching his wife suffer, their safety and mental health at risk, Harry saw no other way to prevent the tragedy of history repeating itself, but to flee his mother country, the UK, for the United States. Derangers suggest that Prince Harry will be in a painful place after writing about Kate Middleton in his book. The tabloids and derangers criticized Harry over revelations in his memoir, yet he wrote his memoir to defend himself against years of tabloid spin. Kindly subscribe to our channel for more on this. May God continue protecting the Sussexes.